Please do share this with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. You can like and follow us on Facebook as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel to get live event and notifications for all the updates regarding CAT and other MBA entrance examination. You can also look at our WhatsApp as well as Telegram lists. You can join over there and we will update you. We don't spam over there. If you want, you can enroll for our Quant and LRDI courses. These are the best and the most comprehensive courses available in the market. In this session, we'll be looking at questions on circles, mostly with respect to circles and quadrilaterals. I would suggest pause this video, have a look at the question set. The PDF is available in the description of this video. Once you have tried this on your own, then proceed with the rest of this session. Please do share this with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examinations. You can like and follow us on Facebook as well as subscribe to our YouTube channel to get live event and notifications for all the updates regarding CAT and other MBA entrance examination. You can also look at our WhatsApp as well as Telegram lists. You can join over there and we will update you. We don't spam over there. If you want, you can enroll for our Quant and LRDI courses. These are the best and the most comprehensive courses available in the market. In the previous sessions on Quant Explainer, we have looked at the basic properties, lines and circles, as well as triangles inside a circle. In this session, we'll be concentrating on quadrilaterals in a circle. Again, as with the previous sessions, the key point to understand when you have quadrilaterals in a circle is that if you have a quadrilateral inside a circle, it has to be a cyclic quadrilateral, which means the opposing angles will add up to 180 degrees, right? If a trapezium is inside a circle, right, it has to be an isosceles trapezium, which means the non-parallel sides have to be equal in length. If a parallelogram is inside a circle, it has to be a rectangle. If a rhombus is inside a circle, it has to be a square, right? So these are the restrictions which a circle will place on quadrilaterals. We'll use these properties and solve a few questions from the past CAT and XAT papers. The first question is from CAT 2003, the repeat one. Let's see what this is. In the figure below, not drawn to scale, the rectangle ABCD is inscribed in the circle with center O. The length of AB is greater than the side BC. Okay, so AB, let's call it L, is greater than the side BC. L is greater than B. The ratio of the area of the circle to the area of the rectangle is pi by root 3. Area of the circle will be pi r square. What is the radius? The diameter will be same as the diagonal, right? So if you know the diameter, it will be pi into d square by 4. So pi diameter will be root of L square plus B square, that's the diagonal, divided by 4, this one square, to the area of the rectangle LB. This is pi by root 3, right? We'll come to this later. Okay, the line segment DE intersects AB at E, okay, such that angle ODC equals angle ADE. This angle and this angle are equal. Find the ratio of AE to AD. Now, if you drop a perpendicular here, right, these two triangles will be similar. Why? This angle is equal. There's a 90-degree angle here, and so the third angle will be the same. Right, so AED will be same as, it's called this XOD, right? So which means AE will correspond to OX and AD will correspond to DX. Now, what is OX? OX is half the breadth. Why? Because this is the center, right? And this will be half the length. So, which is basically breadth by length. So, I need to find the ratio of breadth by length. Where will I get this? I'll get this from here. Square this and rewrite this. So, you'll get L square plus B square divided by LB equals 4 by root 3. Rewrite this. You'll get L by B plus B by L equals 4 by root 3. What is the question that we need? B by L. So options are B by L. Now I need 4 by root 3. So the first option I should check is this. If I put this over here, B by L is 1 by root 3. So L by B will be root 3. If you rewrite this, this will be 3 plus 1 divided by root 3, which is 4 by root 3. Satisfies option A. Job done. The second question is from CAT 2017, slot 2. Not too difficult. Let's see what this is. ABCD is a quadrilateral inscribed in a circle, cyclic quadrilateral with center O. If angle COD is 120 degrees and BAC is 30, find the value of angle BCD. Okay, so you have BAC is 30. And this is D. And you have a center, suppose this is O. This is 120 degrees. Right, you need to find angle BCD. Now, we know because it's a cyclic quadrilateral, angle BCD plus angle BAD will be equal to 180 degrees. Opposing angles will add up to 180 degrees. So if you find this angle CAD, then you can add 30 to this, and 180 minus that will be the angle BCD. Now basically you need to find this angle CAD. Now angle CAD, if you call this X, right, that will be half of the angle at the center. Why? Because the same arc CD is subtending an angle at the center, which is 120 degree at O, and angle at A, which is X. So X will be half of 120, which is 60. 60 plus 30 equals 90. So balance from 180 minus 90, BCD will also be equal to 90 degrees. That's your answer. Under 2 minutes, job done. The third question is from IFT 2012. It's very similar to the question that we solved in the previous session, which was on triangles. In this case, it's triangles and quadrilaterals. It's a question on triangles, quadrilaterals, as well as circles and permutation and combination. Let's see what this says. 8 points lie on the circumference of a circle. The difference between the number of triangles and the number of quadrilaterals that can be formed connecting these points will be how much? So you have 8 points. 2, 3, 6. Okay. So 8 points over here. Now to form a triangle, you need to choose 3 points out of 8. 8C3. That is 8 into 7 into 6 divided by 1 into 2 into 3. That's 56. That will be the number of triangles. How many quadrilaterals can be formed? Choose any 4 points out of 8. 8C4. That's 8 into 7 into 6 into 5. 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. Here's 6. This is 2. This is 70. 70 minus 56. Option B. Under 2 minutes. Exam situation. Job done. The fourth question is from CAT 2005. Slightly lengthy, but actually not very difficult. This one says a jogging park has 2 identical circular tracks touching each other and a rectangular track enclosing the 2 circles. Okay, something like this. The edges of the rectangles are tangential to the circles. Okay, 2 friends A and B start jogging simultaneously from the point where one of the circular tracks touches the smaller side of the track. Okay, so let's call this here. Let's call this the starting point P. A jogs along the rectangular track. So A goes along the rectangular track, right, while B jogs along the 2 circle in the figure of 8. So B will go like this, like a figure of 8. Right. The question is approximately how much faster than A does B run so that they take the same time to return to their starting point. So this is B's path. Now A, in the same time that A covers the entire rectangle, what is the length of the rectangle? So if this radius is R, this will also be R, this will be R, this will be R, this will be the diameter, so 2R. So length of the rectangle is 4R, breadth is equal to 2R, so perimeter will be twice of 4R plus 2R, which is 6R, that is 12R. So A runs 12R units. In the same time, how much does B have to run? B has to cover the circle twice. So 2 into 2 pi r, which is 4 pi r. Now the question is, how much faster than A does B have to run? Right. Now the time taken is the same. So speeds will be directly proportional to the distance covered. Right. So speed of B will be 4 pi r divided by t. Speed of A will be 12r by t. Right. How much faster than A does B have to run? That will be 4 pi r minus 12r divided by 12r. So r goes out, 4 goes out. So this will be 3. This. So pi minus 3 divided by 3. Pi is 3.14. So 0.14 divided by 3. That value will be approximately 0.046 something, 66 something. Right. The closest value is option D. Right. So job done. And the last two questions are a double question. This is from CAT 2006. In fact, there is a history to this particular question, in the sense like this question used to be the one question which used to be on the mock test when Prometric used to conduct CAT during the dark days of 2009, 2010, 11, 12, etc. Right. So this used to be the feature question in those mocks as such. Okay, so but that's from CAT 2006. Let's see what this is. A punching machine is used to punch a circular hole of diameter 2 units from a square sheet of aluminium of width 2. Okay, so this is 2. This actually figure is given to you as shown below. The hole punch such that the circular hole touches the one corner P of the square sheet, and the diameter of hole originating at P is in line with the diagonal of the square. The proportion of the sheet that remains after punching is how much? What percentage of the sheet remains after punching? Now the diameter is also equal to 2. Diameter is equal to 2. Okay, so the question is what portion of the sheet remains, and the second one after that is the area of the part of the circle that falls outside the square sheet. Okay, now this one might be easier to work with, and using this we can probably solve the first one as well. Okay, now if you draw the lines, okay, because of the symmetry involved, right, right, diameter is 2 units, so radius is 1, this is 1, diameter is 2, this is a square, so this will be 2 by root 2, this will be 2 by root 2, right. So the area which is outside, right, so if you take the sector of a circle, this segment is outside. This is 90 degrees, right? So what portion is outside? So twice of this segment is what we need to calculate. One part of this segment will be 1/4 of pi into radius is 1 minus half of 1 into 1, right? This is 90 degrees, so half of 1 into 1. So this will be one part of it. Twice of this will be outside, because one segment like this, and by symmetry the second segment will also be here. So let's check this. What does this give us? This give us twice of pi by 4 minus half. So this gives you pi by 2 minus 1, which is pi minus 2 by 2. Option D will be your correct choice. Now the first part can be answered using the second part using this. Now if you draw the lines again, right, whatever is the area here will be the area here, whatever is the area here will be the area here. Now we know this is a square of diagonal 2 units, right? So the area of just this square will be half of 2 square, which is 4 by 2, which is 2, right? Plus add the previous answer, which is pi minus 2 by 2. So this gives you 4 plus pi minus 2 by 2, which is 2 plus pi by 2. This is the area which is punched out. The question is, what is the portion of the sheet remaining after it is punched? The full area of the sheet will be 2 square, which is 4. From this portion has been punched out. This as a percentage of original sheet, which is 4. This is what we need to calculate. Let's write this. So this will be 8 minus 2 minus pi divided by 8, which is 6 minus pi divided by 8. Option B is your correct choice. Just be a little patient, figure out the corresponding areas. Job is done. You have 2 questions answered in roughly about 3.5-4 minutes time. Overall, if you look at the questions are not too difficult to solve. The key point was to keep your patience, make sure that you do not get flustered by the diagrams, etc., which are given to you. Apply basic concepts of quadrilaterals, triangles, circles. Questions can be solved in roughly 2.5 minutes time. That completes this particular session. If you liked it, please do share it with your friends who are preparing for CAT and other MBA entrance examination. Please do subscribe to our YouTube channel as well as follow our Facebook page. The links for our course are available on the description to this video. Till we meet again the next time, goodbye and all the best.